All right, hey Capricorn. So I'm doing a past life and karmic connection read for you guys. Basically, it's a soul contract read. So we're just going to see where you guys left off last life and what you're coming into this life. All right. I'm going to try to be as clear as possible on this. I've only done it one other time. So you're going to know this is your read by your energy, how you're feeling. And if it doesn't resonate, check your other placements, please. So let's just see where you're sitting at for Capricorn. What is your energy? How are you feeling about this connection? It could be new. It could be something that's in separation. But let's see. You're going back and forth with the dynamic of it. All right. With the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you're not really sure if you want it. If you don't want it, the Two of Pentacles too, it could just be that you have a lot of things going on in life right now and you're just not really sure how to balance all of your energy. With the Three of Cups, this is coming together, wanting to come together. This is wanting union. It's wanting to be with the one that's on your heart space, with the one that's on your mind. If it's a separation read, regardless of the distance. So if you guys have had in and out energy, whether it's new, I just feel like you're kind of unsure of where the dynamic sits right now. But ultimately, with the star card coming through, this is wish fulfillment. It's dreams. It's happiness. So I just feel like your energy, it's almost like you're scared of the dynamic that's coming through, and it's not that you're scared of the person, but you're scared of getting hurt. You're scared of getting your feelings burnt. You're I just feel like there's a little bit, and I know that these cards are not that essence of scared behavior, but it could just be why you're kind of going back and forth. I feel like the scaredness is coming from this card right here, the Two of Pentacles. It's like I really want this connection to work out, but I don't want it to be I don't want it to be I don't want it to hurt my feelings, and I feel like that's kind of where your energy is coming in and out, right? So let's just get a little bit more in tune with this. Let's see what this person's energy is, the one that's on your mind. I feel like you want the big picture, but you're definitely afraid of being hurt. All right, this person is also just, they're in your energy. They don't think about nobody else but you, with the Seven of Wands coming through. I feel like right now, if you guys haven't been talking, it's because this person is trying to focus on themselves. All right, they also have the Two of Swords, which is kind of coming through, wanting to see the bigger picture here, wanting to see the dynamic that awaits you and them. But right now, they could just be closed off and have some mental unclarity, mental like they don't have mental clarity. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Five of Wands is coming through. This is about drama. It's outside influences. It could be a depiction of mental unfocus. All right, the Five of Wands is drama, it's war, it's conflict, it's battle. It could be too that this person is also they're also scared of getting strung along by somebody that's very, very near and dear to their heart. So whether your connection is coming back into union from a separation or new, I feel like you guys are almost mirroring each other in what your fears hold. So let's see what the dynamic is. What is this connection? So we have the Chariot card. You guys are coming out of a separation. You're either coming out of a separation. Yeah, no. I feel like you're ending a separation period. All right. The Four of Swords says that you guys have been in a healing mode. So probably most likely this is a separation that you haven't talked to this person. So what you guys are coming into, or what you will be seeing, is coming out of a break. So even if you haven't heard from this person yet, you guys will be coming out of the break and potentially moving forward. All right, we have communication coming through, and the Chariot card coming through with emotions, protection, moving forward. It's success. The Eight of Wands is communication. All right, and I feel like the communication that will be coming through, if it hasn't came already, is going to be really, really inspiring. So if you haven't talked to this person, you guys will be coming out of the break. And for others of you, if this is a confirmation at this point, it just means that you guys will be moving forward. So we're going to dip into the past and kind of see where you guys left your last life. Heart to heart conversations. Wow. Okay. It's so interesting because what happens is basically if you guys have not communicated, that's where what you're coming into in this life. So in your last life, what you guys came into was the heart to heart conversations, or knowing that you have to talk about what's going on and the dynamic coming through. Let me just pull to see why this card is coming through for your past life. We have the King of Cups coming through with emotional balance, all right, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, here's what's happening. What I see from this dynamic. So you guys will be coming out of a period of not talking, of not communication, not communicating. Okay, so in your last life, when we have heart to heart conversations, I feel like that was one hiccup that you guys kind of that triggered you guys. Okay, the knowing that if this situation is going to work, okay, you guys need to actually communicate and talk. Okay, the Sun card comes in reverse, just like this Queen of Swords coming through. So it's almost like there's just a mishandling of emotions and mental clarity when it comes to this dynamic. So it's almost like one person was possibly could have been more emotionally balanced, but this is also emotionally manipulative. So somebody who was always thinking they were right, therefore turning the other partner into the Queen of Swords, cold-hearted, letting outsiders kind of come in and influence the dynamic that needed to go on here. You guys know how it is. We've been and seen relationships that come through where we have and allow other people to kind of influence their decisions into what our lives should be like. This is also overly emotional. You know what I mean? So we have moodiness, we have emotional manipulation, we have cold-hearted behavior, easily influenced by outsiders, overly emotional, not being able to set clear boundaries, biased opinions, codependency coming through, with the Sun card coming through as just unhappiness. All right, so no matter what you guys have experienced, I almost feel like you guys actually could have been married in a past life and the marriage was shitty. Okay, and what happened was there was never ever any heart to heart conversations that came through this. And basically what I almost feel, and I'm not pulling the entire dynamic, but it either ended in sorrow and misery, and you guys could have wrote out that life together. But what I see is there was a very, very unhappy ending here. And I almost feel like you guys possibly could have finished out that life as a soulmate dynamic that was never able to get on the right foot with each other. You know what I mean? So I feel like the heart to heart conversations is what you guys were never able to get at. So if you feel in this life like you can't talk to this person, if in the past you couldn't talk to them and now it's kind of scary, kind of coming back into this connection for a confirmation, that's why. It's because you guys have a horrible dynamic when it comes to communicating. All right. Now, for those of you who have not interacted with this person yet, here's the kicker: is it you already know what you've experienced in the past when it comes to this person who has a very, very special place in your heart. But one thing that you guys haven't been able to do right in this lifetime is have those heart to heart conversations. So what's bothering you? You know what I mean? So let's see where you guys are going to heal this life. What are you guys healing this life? All right, so we have very soon. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So where do you want do you want to repair this connection? All right, that Two of Pentacles going back and forth. I want it, but I don't, but I do, but I don't. I feel like some of you guys aren't ready to let this go. Some of you guys could be just kind of going back and forth on what you really want to come out of this situation. And I feel like very soon it's coming through because it's going to be a rendition of this heart-to-heart conversation. All right. So that was something that you guys weren't able to repair this last life. And it could be scary coming back into emergence with this person. But it's like, if you're dealing with a hard head person, and you guys butt heads constantly, it's like what you're going to be figuring out here soon is, there is a potential to fix it, but we can't set ourselves up for failure. So if you're already kind of thinking that it's going to be the same as it was last time and it's the record on repeat, then that's already automatically setting you up for failure. So we have to change the way we're thinking about this whole dynamic. Okay, so it's learning to open up our headspace and listen. That Queen of Swords energy is somebody who don't listen. You know what I mean? The King of Cups can be emotionally balanced, but also they could be emotionally manipulative. And I almost feel like you guys might be feeding off each other in that sense. All right, so let's see where the healing comes in. where you guys have the potential to heal. Judgment. Wow, that's a really good card to come through. Okay, so what you guys, look at that, taking it slow. So what you guys, if you guys choose to move on with this soul contract, basically, I do feel like in this instance, you guys move together slowly. All right, your ships will come in. There's no need to rush it. All right, the Knight of Pentacles says that, you know what, maybe words were slung around like arrows on a war field. The Knight of Pentacles is saying when you guys take it slow and you actually start to open up your hearts and your mind space and listen to each other, a lot more positive happenings start infiltrating, all right, the dynamics. So some hard work, okay, some hard work, learning from failure, learning from the past failures, lack of progress, learning from what, skills didn't work in this dynamic. Once you start applying those and you take a step back and you move slow and steady, you're going to see balance. You're going to see nurture. You're going to see you're going to see a balance when it comes to love and care on both ends. All right, Judgment card coming through in this lifetime says changes, growth, rebuilding, and releasing the past is what's going to be the best influence for this connection coming through. And I feel like this also has a potential to actually live it out so the rest of your lives. But really, it's how much do you want to change? How much do you want to grow? How much do you want to release the past? Because what I feel is we have two people that have a very, very hard time communicating feelings, emotions. All right. And maybe even saying that love word. You know what I mean? Because of and you got to think about too, what's happened independent of each other. What did this person go through when they were growing up? And what did you go through when you were growing up? All right. Those are all dynamics that we get pulled. We find ourselves attracted to these people that we want to fix and to these unhealed dynamics of ourselves. And there's a reason why we're attracted to that. And what Spirit's saying to you guys is it's time to grow. It's really time to grow. All right. So if you guys want this, if you really want this, it's time to have those heart-to-heart conversations, because what happened in your last life is that never came. It never came. Okay. And if really you want to heal this so you can move forward, whether with or without this person, it's time to decide what you want. Just because you change the dynamic, just because you have a conversation with this person, it doesn't mean that you have to end the life with them, but you do need to heal the karmic lesson with them. Okay. No matter what you decide. And actually, I feel like there's a pretty positive dynamic coming through here. I feel like it's pretty favorable. So let's see what your advice is. Actually, let's see where the connection goes. Where is it going to go from here? Where does the connection go from here? So possible opportunities coming in with that Four of Cups. What you need to do is look at it as an opportunity coming through. Okay, look at that. We have security. We have growth. We have illumination. Okay, we have illumination. So what you haven't been able to see is going to come into clarity once we, set foot on this journey of growth and rebuilding, releasing. All right, where this has potential to grow is you guys treating each other like the true soul dynamic coming through. If you choose, all right, to look beyond what's already happened and transpired. So no missed opportunities. We're looking at the future opportunity coming through here with illumination to the dynamic. All right, so you guys do have a real positive future if you choose to do it. And even if you don't choose to go on the path with this person, it is time for Judgment to step in and say, I'm not going to put up with this no more. You can walk away and love somebody from afar. That's for sure. So your advice for now. All right. So your advice for now, we have equality coming through. If somebody wasn't able to treat somebody, as we have equality, look at what you're going to be seeing with this as rewards and completion. Overall, focus on the big picture. All right. If there's a lot of equal opportunities coming through here. You have the Emperor and the Empress coming through. And I feel like you guys actually do have a big heart space for this person. But what has been rattling you guys is inequality and unfairness when it comes to how we treat each other. And it could be mental, emotional, and physical, not physical, but in the physical sense of maybe even coveting, well, this is mine, what's mine is mine. You know what I mean? I feel like this can go in any and all areas of life, just unfairness. we're not talking to each other, we're not listening to each other, we're not focused on each other. And I really feel like what you guys need to come through is, we have 3 kings that came through in the upright, and the king of cups also came in the upright. And it's time to find leadership within each other. It's time to find emotional balance, diplomacy. It's time to establish mental clarity and intellectual power. It's time to set clear boundaries. All right, it's time to be a visionary for one another. It's time to embody courage, confidence, and independence when it comes to each other's growth. All right, not one person is more. I almost feel a sense of um, entitlement. I almost feel like somebody could be feeling entitlement, and there's a severe lack of balance when it comes to this connection, and it could just be all verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, and it's time to fix that. It's time to have those heart-to-heart conversations, and it's time to kind of clear out any exterior energies that do not benefit this, you guys. Okay, listen to what your heart's saying. Listen to what your heart's saying, because what lies here is the potential for a good soul connection to come through, but not an unbalanced one. All right. So I don't feel like this is a contract that's over with yet, but I do feel like for whoever this is for, you need to decide if you want this to come back through and you want to deal with it in this lifetime. Okay. It might not sound like a big deal, but sometimes just establishing boundaries and not being able to talk, it does set a wheel in motion to where it becomes unfixable. Okay. I don't know who this is going to resonate with. I do hope that it makes sense to somebody, and I hope that you guys will comment and let me know who I'm talking to. All right. You guys take care.